Hi friends, welcome back to Anna Nail School English channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to do PolyGel nail extensions. So before I start the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So at first we are going to start with a dry manicure. So for the dry manicure I'm using a metallic pusher. So you can gently push back the skin around the cuticle area, and then you can also scrape off the dead skin from your nail plate. So in my case I keep on doing extensions, so I do not have like too much of dead skin around the cuticle area, so my pushback was pretty easy. But if you are a person who do not do extensions very often, you might want to spend a little extra time to clean up the cuticle area. After pushing back the skin around the cuticle area, I switched to an electric file to do the dry manicure. So for the electric file I'm using a diamond bit, and this particular bit is called a flame bit, and this is a blue abrasive mark bit, and I'm using 15,000 rpm speed on the machine so that I can do a clean manicure around the cuticle area. So when you're doing this, be very gentle, do not overfile the cuticle area to avoid any nail damages. Okay, so at the same time here I'm also pushing back or pushing up the skin around the cuticle area. So this will help you to trim the epinecum skin, the dry dead skin, without damaging the actual live skin. So this is another thing I do. In case if you are a beginner and do not know how to use an electric file yet, then do not start with the dry manicure. I recommend you start with filing of the products and then getting a hang of how to use the machine. Once that is done, then you can eventually start doing dry manicure with your e-file. In case if you wish to learn that in a professional way, you can reach out to me. I offer classes in different languages including English. The classes will be one-on-one, and you will be doing a lot of different exercises to kind of learn how to handle the entire process. So you can DM me in the description box. You can either reach out to me on Instagram, or you can directly WhatsApp me on my number that is given in the description box. So moving forward, I used a hand file which is a 100-180 grit. I used the 100-180 grit to gently file off the shine from the nail plate. Also I gently just reshaped my natural nail, and after that I dusted off all the dust from the nail plate, and then using a lint free wipe with alcohol just to clean. So you can see how clean my nail plate is. This is the secret for a long lasting nail extension. So here we have done the dry manicure for all my nails. So as you can see, we have like really clean dry nail plate and ready for our extension work. So here today I am going to show you a PolyGel kit I got from a website called Meesho. This is an Indian e-commerce website where I ordered this PolyGel kit just for me to try and see, because a lot of people keep asking me if I have ever tried any kind of locally available PolyGel kit. I normally buy extension products only from reputed brands because safety first, right? So end of the day, these are all chemicals. So in this kit they had all the products required for a PolyGel extension. So here I'm opening the dual forms. So they looked really nice and comfortable, so I decided to go with this one. Normally when I do the PolyGel extensions, I either use a nail foam or I use a tip, just the normal way. I don't really use dual forms, even though it's easy, but I think the other way is more comfortable for me, but I don't mind using it once in a while. So here I'm measuring the dual forms. Again, when we are using a dual form, we need to measure the dual form as per the size of our natural nail plate. Okay, so just like soft gel tip extension, we need to measure and see. So here the difference between soft gel tip and PolyGel dual forms is that in the dual tip we are going to leave the tip as it is, but here this is like a mold that we are going to use. So here you can see there is a gap in the middle of the nail, that is for our apex formation, and you have to make sure that the tip is properly fitting. Even if it's like slightly tighter, then you may want to go for one size bigger. So here I'm checking the number 0, and see when I look from the side angle, so you can see it's getting onto my side walls, right? So which means it's a little bigger than what I actually need. So I'm going to go with number 1, which was like a perfect fit for my nails. So you need to make sure your side walls are literally covering it, because also remember, inside these tips we are going to put PolyGel. So we have, when we press it down, we need to make sure that it's totally covering the side walls. Otherwise you will have like very weak side walls, or the side walls won't be parallel to your free edge, which will give like a very odd looking nail extensions. Okay, so here I have picked up all the right sizes for my nails, and now we are going to do with the polygel application. But before I do that, I wanted to show you the polygel I'm using. This is the one. I checked the ingredient and all, it looked fine. So I also had the application brush. Here one side we have a spatula and the other side we have the brush. We also have slip solution. In case if you don't have slip solution, you can also use alcohol. This is basically just to help you, use it in the brush so that the polygel doesn't get stick to your brush, because polygel has like a kind of a chewy kind of texture, so you need a little something on your brush so that you can easily move it around. Okay, so here we have, this is our slip solution, and I poured it into my Depin dish and I just prepped my brush here. So now next step is to apply the product. So for that I'm going to start with a dehydrator. So dehydrator is basically to dry out your nails, and it also removes any oil moisture that is there on your nails. So basically it preps the base really well that there is no oil moisture anything. So oil moisture, these are all the enemies of our extension, so just make sure everything is removed. And after that I'm going to apply a primer. So this is an acid free primer from the brand called Model Ones. So both dehydrator and primer are from Model Ones. So this was not a part of the kit I bought, so this is something that I had to use from my collection. So other than that everything was available. So once we have the primer and the dehydrator on, we need a base coat. So the kit had a base coat and a top coat. So this is the package where we have both the base coat and the top coat. So frankly speaking, I did not have any complaint with the base coat, but I'm going to show you how the top coat was. So I basically threw it away because it was not working. I'll show you what went wrong, so just stick to the till the end of the video. Okay, so I'm going to open this and I'm going to apply a thin layer onto my nail plate, and then I'm going to cure it under the UV LED lamp. So with this kit there was a small LED sun UV lamp that had a USB cable. So you connect that USB cable to the USB port and then you can use it, but obviously that's like very less power lamp, so I didn't want to like put my fingers under the UV for a longer time, so I used my bigger lamp to cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, so once this is cured, then we can start applying our polygel. So this is the polygel. I opened it. This is a made in China product. So normally, like I said in the beginning, I don't buy extension products, especially the chemical ones, from random brands. I always buy from reputed brands only, but this is just something that I wanted to try and see, so that if you are a person who wanted to do it at home for like once a while, then this is fine. Otherwise, for a professional level, I do not recommend buying unknown brand products. Okay, so here I pushed out a little bit of product onto my dual foam, then I'm going to spread it using the brush that was a part of the combination or the combo pack. So I dipped the brush into the slip solution, and then I started moving the polygel from the cuticle area to the free edge area. So one thing I noticed was this gel is very sticky. So even though I had a lot of slip solution on my brush, normally I don't use so much of slip solution, but this one was very sticky. So if you're a beginner, then this is something that you're going to struggle with. You need a little experience to manage such consistency, but yeah, we ended up managing it. And another thing, when you're applying dual forms or the product on dual forms, always remember the cuticle area should be thin, center area where your apex is going to be has to be thicker, and then towards the free edge it has to be again thinner. Okay, so now this is ready. Just make sure end to end we have product covered. So I just saw that the corner, one of the corners, we have a little product missing, which we are going to fix in a minute. And one more thing, here I am not using a gloves because I'm going to do my own nails, but just make sure that whenever you are working with gel products or even for acrylic, always remember to use a glove so that your skin is not touching any of these products. Okay, regular exposure you will end up with allergies, then that is not going to go away. Okay, so just make sure you're wearing gloves whenever you're working with any kind of chemicals. Okay, so here I just fixed that corner. So now we have the product completely spread across the dual forms. I'm not going to keep this entire length, but I just wanted to show you how it is done. After that, I'm going to place it a little far from the cuticle, then gently slide and go close to the cuticle and use your index finger to gently hold it. And then there was this clip that came with the pack, and you can put that clip over your dual foam like this. Most polygels, they will hold the position like this, but in case if you want to do like a little bit more moving around, then you can put this clip like that, and then turn your finger, and then if you see there is a little bit of a pool of gel around the free edge area. So again, using the brush and the slip solution, you just spread it nice and thin, okay. And then using this lamp, this is again something that I bought from the Meesho website. So this what I'm doing is I'm just doing a flash cure, because when I put my fingers, if by any chance if I hit or like gently misplace the finger or something, then it won't move. So that's why I did like a quick flash cure, and then I put it under the big lamp for 60 seconds, and now I'm going to pop off the dual foam. So here it is. It came out really nice and well. You can see the corners and everything is like perfectly done, and the only thing left is around the cuticle area we see like a bump that we are going to file down. The next step, we need alcohol and lint free just to wipe off any tacky layer on the PolyGel extension that we just built. So just don't forget to do this underneath the nail also. Just make sure that it's not tacky at all. You can also apply a thin layer of top coat underneath the nails, so that you're sealing it. Now for the filing, I'll be using an electric file and a carbide bit. So the bit that I'm going to use is a safety bit, which means even if I go closer to the skin, it won't hurt me. So before I show you, I just wanted to show you the pop off of the rest of the fingers. One last thing, when you're popping it off in the videos, you see it's very easy to pop off, but in actual you have to be very careful. But if you just try to put all the pressure and try to separate it, it might hurt your clients, okay. So just be very gentle. In case if it's not coming off easily, when you move it, it will lift a little, and then you can use your orange wood stick or your pusher, the sharp area of the pusher, to just push it up, okay. Just be careful. Now again, coming back to the filing bud, as you can see, I'm using a carbide bit, and my machine is on a 15,000 rpm, because gels are easy to file, so we don't need like super fast running machines. If it was acrylic, then obviously I'll be using 25,000 rpm, but since it's a gel, I don't need that much speed here. So I just nicely blend it. Just remember, cuticle is thinner, gels files off very quickly, so just be very gentle. And here at the same time, I'm going to reshape my nail also. So I was going for like kind of a long almond, this way it's faster if I am using an electric file. So using the electric file, I'm going to give it a rough shaping, and then I'll be using my hand file to do the rest of the fine tuning of my nails. And after using the electric file just to fine tune, I'm using my 180 grit hand file. So as you can see, I'm just doing like whole lot of files. Normally when we use a dual foam, you don't have to file the top side like this, but since I reshaped it, I just wanted to go over and like give it a smooth finish. So that's why I'm filing the overall stuff. But otherwise with dual foam, you don't have to really file the top side, because we already have like really smooth space, right? So after filing and doing the reshaping, I'm going to clean the nail plate, and then I'm going to kind of clean it up with alcohol and lint free wipe, and this is our final look. I really love the way the nails turned out, and the pink color is like so pretty, as you can see on the screen. This is not even top coated yet, but you can already see how beautiful it is. So finally we need to apply the top coat. So this is the top coat that I got from the kit, which I did not like, because there were a lot of chunky, clear chunky stuff on it, okay, and I tried to avoid it, but it was not like something that was easily going away, and I didn't want to touch it with my hands. So I tried, but it did not work. So I wiped this off, and I started with my regular regular as in the regular brand that I use, not this one. So I tried, but it was not working. So then I was like, okay, the nails already look so pretty, and I didn't want to screw it up with some cheap top coat. So I wiped it off and then I used my TNT top coat, no wipe top coat, to seal the design. So overall the experience was good. The polygel that I used was a little tricky to work with, especially for beginners. If you have experience, you can still manage to the way I did, but the color I liked, and it was around 1500 or 1600 only, the whole kit. They did not have any color gel polish on it, but the polygel itself is very pretty, so I did not use any gel color. Here you can see how pretty it is. And along with it I bought a couple of other stuff also. So this is a 3D gel. If you want to do like golden crown rings or anything, then you can use this one. Also I have a bunch of like charms here, bows and stuff. I'm going to use a couple of them to my nails. And this one, this is something that I wanted to really try, because the builder gel I have, even though it's a high consistency one, but it's still a little runny. But this one is a no wipe one and also have a really thick consistency, so it's perfect for 3D design. So that's why I picked it up. This was again not too expensive. The whole thing came for like 2000 rupees or something only, so that was like really cheap. And the charms were really pretty and cute. This one again, I don't know the ingredients and stuff. There was no label or whatsoever. So again, this is again something that I'm using on top of the extension, so I'm not really worried about it. And it was doing its job, and I liked the way it was working. So obviously first I directly tried to apply using the tube, and it came out pretty okay. But then I used a brush to give it like a little fine tune, and I also rubbed a little bit of makeup powder or metallic powder, just to give it like a little iridescent effect. So I'll show you that at the last. And after this I used the same product for as a rhinestone glue. Even though I have a separate one, I wanted to try this one as a rhinestone glue, and it worked so perfectly. So again, the best part was, since it has a very tight consistency, the drops that you put, it stays where we leave it, right? That's a good thing. So I was able to easily place my bows, and then I flash cured it using the small lamp that I got along with the kit. So if you ask me overall how was my experience, it was nice. The products were cheap and it did work nicely. So overall I was happy, but this is just for my personal use. I am just going to use it for like some random experiments and stuff. But for clients, I don't recommend such cheap quality products. The UV lamps or the charms and all are fine, but the extension products I recommend you to buy from reputed brands. But other than that, everything else was fun to do, and I really like the color of it, and I have good brand polygel with the same color. So anyways, pink is kind of my favorite color. So with that, we are done, and the final finish I'm going to show you in a minute. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to leave some nice comments. So next, I'll see you soon on my another video, and until then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you for watching.